So on the morning of August the 6th, 2021, I hitched up the trailer and headed to nearby Missouri to look at a few pigs. These are supposed to be Yorkshire-Hampshire cross pigs. The lady I spoke with said these pigs have already had their first iron shot, their tails are clipped as well as their teeth being clipped. So I ended up purchasing 3 of the piglets. Before I get these guys unloaded, I need to be sure their pen is ready for them. I'm going to go ahead and fill up both of their hog feeders, put some straw in the house for their bedding, and be sure they have plenty of fresh water. How much are y'all paying for a bale of straw? Leave me a comment down below. And water barrel is full. Let's take a look and see if everybody made it home safely. Well, they're a little bit confused about what's going on, but they look fine to me. Just like anything else, it's going to take a little while for them to get used to their surroundings. Give them some time to find their feed and their water and their shelter. Well, it didn't take them very long to find that feeder. Well, I purchased 3 barrows, so I was a little surprised to find out one of them was still intact. I never ran into this situation before, so I called in some help. Well, that didn't take long. He's all fixed up. All he's gonna need is a little time to recover, and he'll be just fine. Well, it's already the end of October now. These pigs are about 3 months old. They're putting on some weight and they're starting to get aggressive when they're eating. I built this 3-hole feeder with hopes to keep them a little more separated while they're eating, and that'll cut down on the pushing and shoving. But as you notice, they're starting to climb on top of that thing, and that'll lead to another problem. Yep, you guessed it. I'm afraid those hogs are going to jump right over that fence. I went ahead and took some additional cattle panels and placed them along the front edge of this pen. That way, hopefully they're not able to climb out or jump out over anything. Well, it's a few days past Thanksgiving of 2021, and that black and white spotted pig, he's getting bigger than the other 2. I decided to jump in there and throw a tape measure around them and get an estimate on their weight. It turns out that black and white spotted pig, I estimate him at 194 pounds. The pig with the ear tag, I estimate that at 113. And the smallest one, he comes in at 95 pounds. Well, it's time to replace their bedding, so I need to get all this old straw out of here, make room for some new stuff. Okay, one more item I can check off my list as being done. These hogs are growing so fast they can't even get into that slop trough you see over on the left-hand side. I also tried my hand at using a drinker nipple instead of a water cup, for problems you'll see later. But neither one of them have worked out. I'm draining the water barrel right here, and they're enjoying that. But I think both of these items have got to go. Christmas is over, and these guys are about 5 months old now. It's time to get another estimate on their weight. Well, I estimate the spotted pig at about 260 pounds, and the other two equally at 166 pounds each. That's about 95 pounds difference between the two smaller ones and the large one. January 2nd, 2022, and it's bitter cold. Let's take a look at the water barrel real quick. Well, wouldn't you know, I forgot to put the stock tank heater in here, and the water's freezing up. You guys are getting thirsty. Well, this stock tank heater, it's about as old as I am. It works for a little while, but soon after I have to replace it. I've always had gravity feeders, so my hogs have had food available anytime they want it. We'll talk about how much feed was purchased for these guys here in a minute. Well, it's about February 20th. These pigs are set to go to the butcher in about a week from now, and I want to get one more final estimate on their weight. I think I took a bad measurement on one of them, so I got to do it a second time. But I'm guessing all three of these pigs are coming in anywhere from 260 to 280 pounds each. Well, we got more snow. Doesn't matter. Still got to get up there and take care of them pigs. Here, piggy, pig, 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 pig. Well, the new stock tank heater's working out pretty good. Still have a problem with the cup itself freezing up once in a while. Well, today's the big day. It's February 28th, 2022, and it's time to get these hogs off to the butcher. I've had this stock trailer put in place for quite some time, so they're comfortable coming in and out of it. You don't want to wait till the last minute to get your hogs loaded. You don't want to have a fight with them, have any problems getting them on there. It's only about a 45-mile trip, but I want to get there as early as possible this morning. And we have arrived. I've been undecided as to whether or not I should share my financial costs involved in raising these hogs. But I'm going to go ahead and do that because there might be someone out there who's interested in raising a hog for themselves, and this might give them some kind of idea as to what to expect. So this is based entirely off of my experience from the 3 hogs that I just took to the butcher. My cost for 3 feeder pigs in early August of 2021 was a total of $240. I also bought straw for their bedding. That was a total of $60, and 4,000 pounds of feed was purchased for a total of $704. That comes up to $1,004 total. The total price for processing and curing those 3 hogs was $905. Add that to the $1,004, now we're at $1,909. On a side note, 240 pounds of meat was cured. That's your ham hocks, your ham steaks, and your bacon. Had Boston cut bacon, jowl bacon, and then the regular belly bacon. So there were some additional costs that haven't been mentioned yet. In the very beginning, I expanded that pig pen with hopes that I could accommodate 3 hogs. I had to buy additional T-posts, some cattle panels, I think 1 hog panel, and towards the end of the winter I purchased a new stock tank heater. All that added up to about $260. And that doesn't cover any of the cost of fuel spent on picking up feeder supplies, and no labor was paid during this whole process. So you might be thinking to yourself, did that guy save any money raising these hogs? I don't know. I don't care. That wasn't the intention. My intention was to be a little more self-sufficient at raising the food that I eat and try to cut at least one person out of the supply chain. I wanted to know where my food come from, and I wanted to know what these pigs ate. And I can honestly say, I know what they did, how they lived the last 7 months. This was just a little insight on what it took from me to raise these last 3 pigs, kind of the time frame and money spent on it. There's so many variables. We could talk all day on the prices of pigs. I've seen them anywhere from $25 to up to $250 for a FFA show quality piglet. I'm talking feeder pig. So depending on where you bought your food for your hogs or you growed your own food for the hogs, there's a lot of different variables involved, but this hopefully gives you some kind of idea. Well, I appreciate y'all watching the video this afternoon, and I'll catch y'all next time here at the Little Homestead. Have a good evening, everybody.